All right, so Algebra 2, 1.3.17 question, piecewise functions. And we would have to type the equation that we want to answer in here, and then over on this side, the inequality is telling it, so where on the graph do we graph that? And so what we're going to use first to determine that is these two pieces of graphs. And so we have to come up with the equations of those two lines. The equations of those two lines are what would go on the two boxes here. And then the fact that what's the x value right in here that separates less than on the top one and greater would be the bottom one. So it looks like these are going by twos, doesn't it? That's -4, so that'd be -2, so that must be -1. So we would put a -1 in here on mine. If you want, we can try to reduplicate your problem even if you want to answer it, but we'll see. Now what we have to do is, what's the equation of this line? Does it look like it's going up 1 over 1 every time, or up 2 over 2 or whatever? So the slope there would be -1 for this line. Slope, that looks like a 7. So the slope is -1. So that's on the less than -1. So that would be the bottom. So in here, I'm going to also start off with a -1x or -x. What's my y-intercept? It looks to me like it's going to go through the origin, isn't it? So 0. So I don't need a 0 there then, right? What about this other piece over here that's on the greater than this -1, because this graph is all to the right of it. So my slope here looks like a positive 1x. So for this one, I'd have my 1x, and then where did it go through my y-intercept? -2. So for mine, that's what I would fill in those 4 boxes. Again, the left side's the equation of those lines. The right side is telling what's the boundary, the x value that separates what you do from the left to the right. So now I just like to always see this, if I'm going to end up getting it right. So x minus 2, -x, and -1. X minus 2, -x, and these were both -1. Nope. That's not the one I want to share. Which one is it? Must be this one. So let's see. Those are what I put in, my x minus 2, my -x, my -1s. Scroll down over there. There's nothing in there, nothing in there. So let's go down here and check our answer. Whew. Thought there was maybe another part to that problem. Nope, I got a green check mark. We're all good to go. Any questions on that one? Piecewise functions. Probably a pretty good chance you'll get something like that on that exam next week. All right, hopefully you followed that so that you're good to go on one of those basic piecewise functions problems.